Very good morning, students. The previous class we have started the chapter 1 crop production and management we have started, and we have discussed some topics under the chapter that are what is crop, what are the crop patterns that are Kharif and Rabi crops, examples of Kharif and Rabi crops we have discussed, and then agricultural practices which are followed by the farmers we have discussed. There are 7 agricultural practices. The first agricultural practices is preparation of soil we have started. And what is preparation of soil? What are the things occurs under the preparation of soil? Up to that we have discussed. Today we are going to deal some more topics under the preparation of soil. The first one is agricultural implements. Agricultural implements or agricultural tools. Some tools are used in agricultural practices for preparation of the soil, whether the loosening the soil or turning the soil we are using. The tools are called agricultural implement. So why should use the agricultural implements or tools? For tilling the soil. Soil tools are used. So for tilling the soil, the agricultural implements or tools are used. Now what is tilling? The tilling means turning the soil or loosening the soil. Turning and loosening the soil occurs. That process is called as a tilling. Again, the agricultural implement used for tilling the soil. So what is the tilling the soil? Turning and loosening the soil, called as a tilling or ploughing. Why should soil turn or loosen? Because this process should occur, then only the nutritious rich soil will come up top and nutrients less soil will go down. So this is one of the process. And for aeration, what is aeration? Gases exchange occurs in the soil properly. So for that purpose we are doing the tilling on the agriculture field. So for that the agriculture implements used. So what are the agriculture implement used? The first agriculture implement is plough. Okay. The second agricultural implement is hoe. And third one is cultivator. So these are the agriculture implements used under the preparation of the soil. Now one by one we are going to discuss. The first one is plough. The plough is agricultural implements. So the agricultural implements, the plough is used, already we see, for tilling. Okay, for turning and loosening the soil. For this purpose we are using. Okay, and also some other purpose are there, do the ploughing. The first one is adding fertilizer. Okay, or manure. So what is manure, what is fertilizer? These are the substances which is added in the soil to give the nutrients to the growing crops. That is fertilizer and manure. So have to do the tilling or ploughing, then only the soil is fit or ready for adding fertilizer and manure. This is the first uses for using plough. Okay, the second one is removing the weeds. Removing weeds. So what is weed? Already I told you in the last class. The weeds are unwanted plants which are going with the major crops called weeds. So when you use the agricultural implement, that is plough, it is soil is ready for to add a manure and fertilizer and also help to remove the weeds. Okay, and the third one is scrapping the soil. So here what is scrapping? The scrapping means piece the soil or the soil, the crumbs are there. What is crumbs? The soils are which are in the large in size, that is called soil crumbs. So when you use this plough, no, it scrap means what? The big size of soil are become pieces like a grain size. So that is called scrapping. So when we use the plough, so these things are occurs: adding manure and fertilizer, removing weeds, and scrapping the soil. So these are occurs. Okay, now the functions of plough. This is structure of the plough. This is structure. So there are two important parts are there. The first part is plough shaft. First part is plough shaft. So what is the plough shaft? The plough shaft is the strong triangular iron strip. It is a strong triangular iron strip. And second one is plough shaft. Plough shaft. So what is the plough shaft? The plough shaft means long log of wood. Again, this is the structure of the plough. So there are two parts. The first one is plough shaft and a plough shaft. What is the plough shaft? The plough shaft is a strong and a triangular iron strip. This is a triangular iron strip. Sometimes it is made up of wood and sometimes it is made up of wood. Okay, so this is a strong triangular iron strip, call it as a plough shaft. So this plough shaft only it is tilling, turning and loosening the soil because of these sharp edges. And second one is plough shaft. So the plough shaft is always made up of the long wood. Is a long log of wood. Long log of wood. Okay. So this is a main part of the plough. So the bottom part is plough shaft. Plough shaft is a long log of wood is called it as a plough shaft. Okay. This is the main part of the plough. So this is attached to the bulls or any other animals like horses or camels. So this end attached on the bulls or another animals. Okay, so it is driven by a man. Okay, so what will happen when it is plough? That time it is tilling the soil. So it is help for add fertilizer, remove weeds and scraping the soil. So these things are happen with the help of plough. So there are two parts, plough shaft and plough shaft. What is the plough shaft? It is a strong and triangular iron strip. This is a strong and triangular iron strip made up of iron. And another one is plough shaft. It is a long log of wood. It is a long log of wood. It is another one end attached with the bulls or other animals like camels or horse. This is driven by a or used by a man. Okay. So this is one of the agriculture implements. Is a help for adding fertilizer and manure, removing the weeds, scraping the soil. Okay, so these things are occurs. So kindly make note of it, it's very important. And another one, the next agriculture implement is another agriculture implement is hoe. 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 So this is used for this hoe used for removing weeds and also loosening the soil. So next we are going to discuss about the second agricultural implements. So that is hoe. So it is used for removing the weeds. You know already I told you the weeds are unwanted plants. Unwanted plants, that is all weeds. So to remove the weeds and loosening the soil. So this this is done by hoe. And so one of the agricultural implements. And this is a structure of the hoe. So this is always made up of steel. There is a bent plate is there. The bent plate is always sharp. Always sharp is made up of iron. Okay, this bent plate only removing the weeds and loosening the soil. Okay, and is there any other the big size of soil or crumbs, it breaks. And there is a handle and the grip is there and the beam. This is attached with the any other tractor or else any other animals. Okay, so this is also one of the agriculture implements for loosening the soil and also removing the weeds. The implement is hoe. This is the structure of the hoe. Is the important part. Bent blade is made up of iron. This only sharp and loosen and remove the weeds from the agriculture fields. Okay, so this is a structure of hoe. Okay, and the third one is cultivator. Third one is cultivator. Is the structure of the cultivator. So this cultivator always attached or driven by a tractor. Is a modern. So nowadays maximum this cultivator attached with the tractor only. The cultivator always attached with the tractor only. Okay, so the plow is done by cultivator. Okay, and there are some uses. So when the farmers use the cultivator which is attached to the tractor, there are some uses. So what are the uses? The first one is save time. Okay, and second one is save money and save labor. So within a short time this cultivator will do the plow the large areas. So there is a time saved and also money. Okay, so in short time, within a short time it do everything in the large areas. Okay, no need too much of labors, so it saves the labor. If when the labor is increased, no, we have to give the salary. Okay, so here less labors or minimum number of labors are involved. So what will happen? The money also saved. So these are the uses of cultivator. The first one is save time, save money, save labors. Okay, we need not to call more labors. Okay, nowadays for agriculture functions or occupations, no labors are there, so they are gone to other occupation for building construction and also many other occupation. So when it is brought to the India, the time more labors are left from the agriculture. So anyhow, this most important: save time, save money and save labors. So now we discussed agriculture implements that are: first one is plow, second one is hoe and the third one is cultivator. Okay, so these things we have discussed. So up to this, the first agricultural practices, the preparation of soil is over. Preparation of soil is over. Now we are going to start a second agricultural practices, sowing. Second agricultural practices, sowing. Okay, the most important part of crop production, it is the most important part of crop production. So what is sowing? Sowing means in Tamil, Viraithal will say. In Tamil, Viraithal will say sowing. So if there is no sowing process, what will happen? There is no crop production and management. That's why it is the most important part. Most important part. So before sowing, we have to select a quality of seeds. Select good quality of seed. We have to select. Okay, so how should be a seed? There is a seed. How should be a seed? What are the characteristics of the good seed? The first character is good quality. Okay, the second character is healthy seeds. Healthy seeds. So these are the good characteristics. Good characteristics. Good characters. Okay, the first one is good quality should be there and healthy should be there. Okay, how to select here good seeds or quality of seeds? Take some weeds, okay, and put in the water. Okay, after leave some time, you see some seeds are settled down, some seeds are floats on the water surface. So we can select the good seeds. Which is the good seeds? Which is settled down, no? That is a good seeds. Which is a settled down the water, that is a good seeds. Which is floats on the water surface, that is a poor quality or not a good seeds, because the poor quality or low quality seeds have some hollows and also weightless. Again, how to select the quality seeds or which is the characteristics of good seeds? The first one is good quality and second one is healthy seeds. How to find? Take some weeds and put in the water, leave sometimes. After some time if you see some seeds are floats on the water surface and some seeds are settled down. The settled down seeds are healthy, okay, and good quality, because the floating on the water surface, the seeds are hollow, have small pores on them, and also weightless, so that it is floats on the water surface. Okay, so this good quality of seeds and healthy seeds only gives more yielding. Give more yield. Okay, for example, if the seed is not good quality, what will happen? What will happen is not good. It produces less yield. Okay, and we cannot sell to others or to market. And also the healthy seeds. The seed is not a healthy. What will happen? The poor quality seeds develop into a diseased crops or diseased plant. So if it is produced the seeds, what will happen? That also diseased seeds only. So the diseased plant also will produce a diseased seeds. So what will happen? That will transfer to other generation also. So what will happen finally? There won't be no yielding. So how to select the good seeds? Okay, so these are the character of the good seeds. Okay, and when we select the good characteristic of the good seeds, that gives more yielding. So if we do not select the good seeds, no, that gives poor quality or poor seeds or diseased seeds. So the diseased seeds also grow as a diseased plant. The diseased plant also produce another one diseased seeds. So like that it will continue. Okay, so the sowing is important process. These are the characteristics of good seeds. Next, methods of or tools are used or methods of sowing seeds. Okay, the first method is traditional. Traditional method. Okay, the second one is modern method. Modern method. The first one is traditional method. Traditional method. Traditional method of sowing. So this traditional method used from ancient. Okay, so it is a funnel shaped structure. The funnel shaped structure having the long tube with sharp edges or sharp end. Again, this is a traditional method of sowing. Okay, this is contains a funnel. The funnel is attached with a long sharp edges bulb or tube. Okay, when we drop the seeds, so the seeds are travel through the funnel and also through the tubes. The bulbs are moving. That time what will happen? A man will give the pressure towards the ground, and the sharp edges is there, no? The sharp edges will put a hole in different areas in order and also deep and or depth. Again, the seeds are traveled through the funnel and also through the long bulb. The long bulb having the sharp edges, the farmer will give the pressure towards the ground, so it tilling or else it put the hole in the ground, so a seed is dropped. Okay, so whenever the bulb moves, the same pressure is given by the farmer or a man, so it is drilled the ground and also a seed is dropped into the soil. So this is done by a long. Okay, so this is a traditional method. Okay, it's a funnel-like structure is attached with a long tube and sharp edges. Okay, sharp edges. Okay, so here not only single bulb, more than 2 or 3 bulbs are there, because within a single bulb we cannot show all the seeds. It takes time. So there are 2 or 3 long bulbs are there. So what will happen? In the single press, a single bump, few seeds are shown. Okay, so this is a traditional method. Okay, so this is help to show the seeds in a large areas. Okay, laterly through the manual it is distributed with using hands, by manually they supply or they show. Okay, but this is a modern method, sorry, it's a traditional method. They are use the funnel shaped structure for showing the seeds. And another method is there, that is modern method, seed drill. Okay, seed drill. Okay, so the seed drill used with the help of tractors. The seed drill or modern method use the seed drill with help of tractors. So this is a seed drill. So this is seed drill. So made up of iron. The edges are very sharp. So when it is attached with the tractor, so this is piercing the soil and put the hole. Again, this is a tractor. This is a seed drill. So the seed drill attached with the tractor. Whenever the tractor moves, so this is a sharp edges. The sharp edges made up of steel. The sharp edges will piercing the soil and put the hole, and the seeds are put inside the hole. Okay, so the tractor also used for the ploughing, and also with help of the seed drill, help for the sowing. Okay, so this is the structure of the seed drill. Okay, the seed drill show the seed uniformly at the proper distance and depth. This is very important. The seed shaft should be show proper distance and depth. Okay, so showing is important only, but that should be occur properly. The seed shaft should be shown proper distance. There should be a distance between one seed to the another one seed. Okay, and also important depth. If there is no proper distance, what will happen? There are too many crops are grown in the same place. Okay, and the depth, if there is no proper depth, what will happen? The seeds are visible, so the birds will damage or else will taken by the birds, and there is no growth of plants. Again, the seed should be shown in the proper distance and also depth. Okay, if there is no proper depth of proper distance, what will happen? More than one seeds are grown in the same time or same area, same place, there is no sufficient amount of nutrients, no proper sunlight will not occur. Again, if more than one seeds are growing in the same place, there is no proper sunlight and there is no nutrients. So without proper sunlight and without nutrients, the plants will not grow well. And another one, if the seeds are not shown in proper depth, what will happen? Easily visible out, the birds will damage the seed or will carry. What will happen? There is no growth of plants because there is no seed also. So this is a very important in showing of the seeds, the proper depth, proper depth and proper distance. It is not followed, there is no growth of plants. And next one is, next agricultural practices and fertilizer. Adding manure and fertilizers. So what is manure and fertilizers? Already I told you, the substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients. Okay, so what is the use of the add these substances? Then only there is a growth of plants and healthy plants. Again, the substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy healthy growth of plants. Okay, so this is important definition for adding manure and fertilizer. Both are substances only, whether the fertilizer or manure, both are substances only. So both are rich nutrients, both are contains nutrients. The nutrients only responsible for the healthy plants. So is there no nutrients that are manure or fertilizers? What will happen now? There is no healthy plants. So if the plant is not healthy, what will happen? No much yielding. Okay, so this is the definition for adding manure and fertilizers. So when you add a manure and fertilizer, no, then only the soil supplies nutrients and minerals. So when the soil rich more nutrients and minerals, that is call it as a wealthy soil or else fertile soil. Fertile soil, you may heard. Fertile means what? Fertile means valamana man. Okay. So when we add a manure and fertilizer, it gets mineral nutrients. The mineral nutrients only increase the soil fertility. The soil fertility means what? Valamana man. So in the fertile soil only the crop plants will grow well. Again, the fertile soil only the crop plants will grow well. If there is no fertile soil, the plants will not grow well. So for healthy or more yield, adding manure and fertilizer is very important. Okay. Sometimes the farmers are cultivating continuously without gap. Cultivating continuously without gap. What will happen? The soil, the nutrients are absorbed by the plants. When the farmers cultivating the crops continuously without gap, the crops are absorb the nutrients from the soil. Okay, what will happen? After some years, there won't be any nutrient from the soil. So that time we have to add a manure and fertilizer. And adding manure and fertilizer is next stage. So before that, we have to do the field fallow, or after a cultivation of the crops we have to leave some gap. The field should be fallow. What is meant by field fallow? The uncultivated field is called as a fallow. We have to give some time for cultivation of one crops to another one crops. So why should we give the gap? Then only the nutrient will replenishment. What is mean by replenishment? Or what is mean by replenish? Replenish means replacing. Have to give some time. So the field is uncultivated, that is called as a field fallow. The important one, what is field fallow? Uncultivated. Uncultivated field, call it as a field fallow. So why should follow the field fallow? For replenishment of the soil, to or replace the nutrients in the soil. For that we have to follow the field fallow. Okay, the another one is manuring. 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 So what is manuring? Adding manure to the soil. Adding manure to the soil, or to the field, or to the soil, that is called as a manuring. Again, adding manuring to the soil or to the field. So what will happen? The nutrients will reach to the soil, the plants grow well and gives more yielding. This is called manuring, adding the soil. And next one is manure. I told you manure is a substances. So what is the substances? The manure is a substance, I told, that is organic substances. Organic substances. So what is organic substances? The substances are come from naturally. That is called organic substances. Okay, so where these organic substances will come from? From plant and animal waste. From plant and animal waste only the organic substances formed. Okay, how it is formed? When there is the plant waste and animal waste, the microorganisms are decomposed. What is decomposed? To break down the complex into simpler and absorbable form. That is called decomposition. Again, the organic substances are come from the plant and animal waste. The plant and animal waste are decomposed. Decomposed. So what is decomposed? To break down the from complex to simpler form. That is called decomposition. So the decomposition occur by some microorganism. The microorganisms are decompose the plant waste and animal waste. So generally the plant also contains some nutrients in their body, and animals also contain nutrients in the body. So when these plant and animal waste are break down, the nutrients again reach to the soil. Again, from the soil the plants absorb the nutrients and grow well. After death of the plants, after death of the animal, again it reaches to the soil and again decomposition process occurs. again this nutrients are replenished. Okay, so that the decomposition should be occur. The decomposition occur with help of microorganism, that is bacteria and fungi. If there is no bacteria and fungi, no decomposition process. If dead bodies are not decomposed, what will happen? There is no organic substances or manure. So without manure, the soil will not get nutrients. So without nutrient, plants will not grow well. Plants will not grow well. If the plants not growing well, what will happen? No yielding. Without yielding, we do not get food. Okay. So today we have discussed agricultural implements. Agricultural implements are, the first one is plough, second one is hoe, third one is cultivator, and showing. What is showing and what are the methods of showing? That is modern and traditional method. So how the seed should be shown? With the proper distance and the proper depth, how to show, we have discussed. And finally we started third agricultural practices, that is adding manure and fertilizer. What is manure and what is fertilizer? What is manuring? What is decomposition? So these things we have discussed. Okay. So we request you again, so in this pandemic situation, don't go out unnecessarily. Stay home, stay safe, wash your hands frequently with sanitizer or soap water. Thank you so much. See you next class.